Yes, people, it's just us here at the moment. Bear with us. Me and him actually woke up quite late. Daps had to do his show. I missed my own because I decided, yeah, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna go up, have a tinkle, go back to sleep through my alarm. Didn't we all? Because we all watching Man City, right? Right.
Thank God we are out of that Mickey Mouse tournament. Absolute pile of shit. Absolute pile of shit. I'm so happy that we're now going to get a pre-season. Pep, you're a genius. Pep, you're an absolute genius.
Big up to Pep Linders, man. Big up to Pep for saying I get so much knowledge from all my coaches. Knowledge to get knocked out of the Club World Cup. What I was going to say, others are late. So we've got Jay, who's on a work phone call, to be fair. Mons is doing something as well real quick. Ches will be here as well on top of Just D as well. So don't worry, it's not just us two. It's like, oh, where's the panel? The panel will be here. But anyways, today's title is pretty much everything we're going to talk about. You know, the Club World Cup crash out. The 1st of July. Yeah. Oh yeah, isn't it?
Right. We need to go and spend another fucking 300 million. So let it run.
We got Eze to Arsenal, which has actually been labelled as a separate deal to what they want to do in terms of left wing and also striker. So if you're an Arsenal fan, I would be buzzing hearing that. I said that yesterday as well. Kudus' personal terms are in talks right now with Tottenham. Crazy. Chelsea.
Is he?
Yeah, better get
Chelsea, do your job.
Get on your bike. Apparently, Newcastle have bid 50 million for Elanga. Hasn't been rejected as of yet, as far as I can tell. And Watkins to Man United. Could be a thing.
Someone said 3 shots, 3 goals. They're 1-4-3. So that just scored 4 against.
By the way, look, there's 400 of you in the house. We ain't had like a loss yet or someone getting knocked out. So see why you're here. Don't worry. Before you're doing it, some of you might be on your TVs, some of you might be on your iPads, whatever. But you all know that there's a like button no matter what. It's not like it's evaporated off the screen like it's some water on the ground and it's hot sunshine, you know. But anyways, smash the likes, super important. You know how it goes. So before Daps gets, I don't know if someone's going to come on in and start mocking him.
There it is. Daps is rattled. Well, I'm just going to put this out there right now.
Get your speech out.
So shout out to Chez. He's here. This is mainly to Mons, because I know Mons likes to turn up late. Mons, you have 27 minutes to get your ass up, pause, and on this show if you want to give me any sort of cooking, because at 1 o'clock I am going on LB's channel. So Mons, if you want to cook me, you better get here soon.
What happened to Rodri? I heard he's injured.
I don't think it's bad. He came. You know what? So Rodri came on, yeah, and he came on, and what I would say is Rodri's football brain is still the same, but his passing isn't yet.
Okay.
Right? So that's away from the injury side, that his passing is still off. So you can see the way he's trying to control the game, he's, you know, moving the ball about and whatever, but a few passes that were off. Now, anyone that I've seen there, Rodri washed. No, Rodri's like 3 games back in after a fucking ACL.
Boy.
But he came off because he said he felt something.
I'm seeing the hate brigade for Doku. Even Doku and Gundo. Your fans are relentless, man.
Bro, you know what? Last night, I'll be real with you, yeah? Last night was mad PTSD for me. If we lost 2-1, if we lost on penalties and all of that, yeah, then you're just like, we went out, it is what it is. For me, yeah, it was the PTSD. That it was the fact that we lost by conceding 4 goals. This was Manchester City of last season. And that's the worrying sign that, like, if things like that are still happening, then it's like, okay, we need to address them. So when people talk Doku, like for me, Doku I thought was good yesterday. People can talk about many, many things going forward. All of it to me is a bit airish. The one for me is the defence. The defence needs to be spoke about. And Mr. Ruben Diaz, it's got to that time where I defend Ruben Diaz because of the fact that Ruben Diaz First 3 seasons at Manchester City were sensational, but Ruben Diaz has now had at very least 1, potentially 2 bad seasons at City. And this is the thing. My reason why Ruben Diaz should be a starter with Vardy has always been that he leads the line, his reading of the game, that's gone. Like, he's not fast. His reading of the game is going, right? And then at that point, it's like, oh, well, fuck it. We might as well play Kudus because he's got power. He's got pace, right?
Yeah.
Because Diaz yesterday, for me, was getting cooked way too many times. Ederson, poor. And this is on Pep. If you're going to play fullbacks that basically spend a lot of the time camped up in the other half, you got to have a centre-back partnership that you can fucking rely on, right?
Yeah, I saw Vardy playing yesterday, didn't it? As well.
Yeah. Vardy had to come off because he got a card. Again, Vardy wasn't good yesterday. I'm not here saying, oh yeah, Vardy had a good game yesterday. It was all on Diaz, but Vardy's had a good 2 seasons. So I can say, do you know what? I'm not gonna. Vardy's had picked up a knock earlier in this tournament. Well, Diaz, there's no excuses. It's now at the point where other City fans have been telling me the spotlight's on Diaz, where after yesterday, I'm like, yeah, do you know what? The spotlight does have to be on him a bit. And it does have to be on Pep a bit. Like, I'm not here saying why we still playing Bernardo Silva in 2025. Bernardo Silva's 30 years old, yeah? What I am saying is we should be starting Bernardo Silva and Gundogan, right? And that was the thing for me. Like, there's many different things he could have done yesterday. He could have played. I get it, we can't start Rodri, but he could have played Reijnders, Bernardo Silva, and Cherki. He could have played Reijnders, Bernardo Silva, and Gonzalez, right?
Yeah.
There's multiple things he could have done. The fact that we're still playing Bernardo and Gundogan is like Pep dropped this like trust in it, because we're not going to move forward like that. Especially when you're telling me yesterday, Gundogan's being linked with a move to Galatasaray anyway. So
yeah, I saw that. Yeah.
Look, I've just seen someone said, I'm not afraid to call out Pep. If you go and watch on my channel, I've just had a whole hour of people just constantly wanting to blame Pep or constantly wanting to run agendas. I'm not here to run agendas, but I will call things out. Like, at the moment, we can talk about players. Like, yesterday is an example. People that just want to call Pep out, this group of players conceding 4 goals is not good enough, whether Pep's your manager or not, right? As a professional Premier League player, conceding 4 goals is simply not good enough. Could Pep have done more to defend them a bit more? Could have Pep made...
Which Pep?
I can't... Well, actually, here...
The Pep Linders
yeah, see, here's the thing. When Pep Linders was at Liverpool and Liverpool had a bad season, they all came for Pep Linders, right? Yeah. I'm not doing that. Listen, he's the fucking coach. Yeah? I'm not doing that. I'm not being like them shameless fuckers. No, it's on Pep Guardiola.
Liverpool are playing 4D chess right now. Not only is this whole Isak stuff going out and about, yeah, Verts, whatever transfers they got going on, yeah, they also said, you know what we're going to do? We're going to literally put an agent in Man City to make sure we F up their season. What is Michael Edwards cooking?
Well, I'll be honest with you. I mean, that's all funny in that, but the same as I've just been saying to all the City fans before last night, we've all been saying how much Pep Linders has made a difference for the first 3 games. But of course, now, yeah, when it matters.
To be fair, it's when you get counter-attacked. When you get counter-attacked, it looks a little...
Bro, it's so
did you see Ait-Nouri can't defend. And we... what the hell was that? We already know anyways, unless he's playing Salah. But going forward, he's sensational. But it's the cover. It's like the right-hand side. It's like, there's no one there.
Bro, I'm not even going to lie. It was the left. It wasn't the right.
I mean, like, no one's there at the back post. It's like that Malcolm dude was running amok, which who gives a shit?
We're lucky he had to come off.
It's whoever that left winger was for me that had a lot of free space. Oh, and by the way, I'm going to say it now. I didn't watch the full game. I watched the extended highlight for 15 minutes. And I could see...
watched the full game.
And I could see that it's like every time Diaz back foot.
The whole thing is
Vardy couldn't keep up because he can't cover everyone.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. The whole thing is when
Chelsea got free run to the final.
When people,
crazy.
Well, you say a free run to the final, bro. This is a thing. Yeah, Chelsea should get to the final, but I watched both games yesterday, and Fluminense are not no dickheads, right?
That's true.
At all. And furthermore, I'll be real with you. Al Hilal are not no dickheads, bro. Like, they drew with Real Madrid, yeah? So look, should we be beating Al Hilal? Absolutely, yeah, absolutely. And I have got PTSD because the whole issue is, yes, we could have been more clinical, but conceding 4 goals is my issue. I don't care about people trying to go for anyone else, yeah. Oh, shit. If you lot get Fluminense, you're going to have to play Thiago Silva. Actually, mad shout out to Thiago Silva, yeah, at fucking 40 years old, soon to be 41, and he played the full 90 minutes bossing Inter Milan, yeah.
What's KDB's
Shout
excuse?
out to Thiago Silva. Like, fucking unbelievable. Bro, listen, when did he leave you? 2 seasons ago.
Yeah, not last year, the year before.
Bro, I can't lie,
He
yeah.
can still do a job today, bro.
The most important,
the way you don't play as well.
Full 90 minutes, midday sun, yeah. 90 minutes.
Never got rid of him. I think it's too early. Is that too early to say? But I think he could still play for Chelsea today. Now.
Nah, he couldn't.
Next to Colwill.
Nah, because we play a high line. We play 3 at the back.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah, you know what? You might be right.
Yeah.
Yeah, you might be right. You know what? You might be right.
His system kind of worked when he was like 38.
Yeah, because Fluminense played a bit more of a lowish block from what I could see when you was watching. Yeah. So yeah.
Nah, but sorry, just
you know what it's supposed to. So it's
on City, very simply, Pep, yes, Pep, and everyone else at City, they need to get that fucking defense sorted out ASAP, right? Because otherwise, like the way we are being counted on was just PTSD of last season. We will see. I mean, listen, let me just remind everyone, back into the season from January to May, Manchester City were the best formed team in the Premier League. That was with Vardy and Diaz. So I'm not saying they can't do it, but based on yesterday, I've just got PTSD straight back to December. I'm in December again now, so.
Yeah, we've got a Mike here says, I heard TJ Reindeer had a shocker in midfield. Malcolm cooked Nouri. I saw his ball to Ait-Nouri, but that's it.
You know what? I wouldn't disagree with him.
Was he bad?
Who?
TJ Reijnders.
But he's not a 6, is he? And he was played as a fucking 6.
Oh, was he? I thought
he was played as a 6, bro. And I hear it. Ait-Nouri, yeah. Ait-Nouri. Look, what I said yesterday about Trent at Liverpool and also Frimpong at Liverpool, right, is Frimpong is based on Trent. Like, it's fine to have a player that going forward offers so much, right? Trent's best time at Liverpool was the Champions League winning season and the season after that, when he had cover and was allowed to just do what Trent does. So same with Ait-Nouri. If we're going to allow Ait-Nouri to, be going up the wing, inverting and doing all of that, that's fine. But we've got to make sure that our centre-backs are covering him, our DM are covering him. And yesterday, they were not covering him. So if we go into this season expecting we can allow out Ait-Nouri to have a free rolling roam to go forward as much as we want, we need to get cover for him or we're going to get cooked repeatedly. And yeah, how's Nico Gonzalez doing? I don't know because I haven't got to see him. This is another thing that's frustrating. Someone tried to say, in fact, Pulpy, who I just had on my channel, was saying, is this a bit like Calvin Phillips where Pep just don't rate him? I said, nah, because the difference is with Calvin Phillips, every time we saw Calvin Phillips, he looked shit, yeah? Every time we've seen Nico Gonzalez, he's looked good, right? So it's not the same as Calvin Phillips, but it's fucking frustrating that we're starting Gundogan and not starting Nico Gonzalez. So, yeah. But again, that's a frustration with Pep, not with fucking Nico Gonzalez.
We're saying
I sniff a 4-3 defeat. I didn't even know you man lost. Can't lie until I heard that speaking from when I was walking downstairs.
Bro, it was a win. We're out of the tournament now. We get to have a pre-season.
Fuck
that Mickey Mouse tournament. No, we lost on purpose. Do you know that?
That's bad.
Lost 4-3.
I'll see you in the semi-finals, man.
Bro, I thought I'd see you in the semi-finals. It's what it is.
Like I'll be real. Genius. I need to quickly
let us down, man. Let us down.
While you're speaking,
you don't need to watch it, bro. You don't need to watch it.
I'm gonna watch some of the extended highlights while we're doing it right
you
now.
Don't need to. Let me just say to you. Remember that when we were 3-0 up against Feyenoord and we folded.
Hey, Mons,
Yeah.
they let Koulibaly score.
Bro, remember,
How about this? That's
actually, bro. Oi, Chez, quick one to you.
They let Koulibaly score. That's all you need to know.
Bro,
what, bullet header. Is it a bullet header?
Chez, hold on, Chez. Did you watch the game?
No, I was sleeping, bro.
Bro.
Yeah.
I'm confused about the Koulibaly that was at Chelsea because the Koulibaly yesterday, was fucking cold, bro. Basically, we probably would have been about. We would have won that game 9-4 if it wasn't for Koulibaly. Koulibaly was fucking unbelievable, unplayable, bro. Like, and the fact he even scored. But yeah, Mons, just think City November, December, and that will tell you everything about yesterday.
Malcolm in the middle.
Daps. Don't beg.
Hey, I thought I saw Malcolm.
Don't what?
I recognize his haircut. I recognize his trim.
No, don't beg. Like, he says, don't beg.
I said, Daps, don't beg. It's disgusting. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to know.
You are doing that thing, though.
I can't lie. I've just seen Turkey's assistant.
But see when people lose the game, they go, let's go back to December.
Bro,
That's it. No, but that's what it is. It's for me, I just got like I've had 3 great games where I've got excited, and then I just got PTSD. Yesterday, I'm not hot, bro. Yeah, I'm not hot. I'm frustrated. It's just PTSD.
I see a good assist from Turkey right here. I see a good assist.
But Mons, guess what? You saw Turkey and Foden not starting and not coming on till probably about the fucking. Well, Foden didn't come on till I think neither of them came on till extra time.
Let me say. So from what I can see,
he's saying yes, no, maybe. I don't know.
Malcolm was running like this. He's running like this.
No, Mons. From what I could see, on the extended highlights, when I saw it, it looked like Sulemana versus Euro, innit? That's what I could.
I can't have been.
No, I'm not. I'm not joking. Every dribble.
Ain't no way.
Yeah, bro. Every dribble. The counters would just help yourself.
But Cass, you see when I was trying to tell man about City, you see when I told man about City, I said Daps. I've been saying this. Your defense is pants.
It's a wild flow, isn't it?
Yeah. I hear it, bro. I hear it.
I said your defense is shit, bro. In my opinion.
Do you know what it is? It's it's Diaz. Diaz drop off is a real thing. The real thing is reading of the game is mental.
Come on, so you know the funniest thing is people will laugh at
Maya Jama is clearly taking all their attention, isn't
it? Nah, because if we're being real, it's before Maya Jama. It's been before Maya Jama, bro. The Maya Jama thing's all cute and funny for streams, but it's been before that. Bro, Edison yesterday was awful.
Oh yeah, can I say? See the first goal? Could he not have saved that?
Bro, Edison doesn't dive.
It's a little bit of Ruben. What I'm looking about here, it's a little bit of him and Ruben.
Not the first one, guys. You're talking about
the first one. He goes to punch it and it hits, and Ruben's just in
the defender, in it. Yeah. That's not
his
fault.
Ruben. Yeah, he punches it. Yeah, it hits Ruben. It's Ruben's fault. I'm watching it right now.
Ruben's looking at the ball. He's not really looking around.
Bro, you probably won't see the one where Ruben, if it wasn't for just a very, 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 very tight offside, Ruben Diaz probably would have got sent off as well, by the way, and they would have had a penalty. But they were just offside. So, bro, it's the way that everyone seems to know to expose.
Hey.
Yeah. And, bro, Malcolm had to be subbed off with an injury, and that probably saved us from maybe getting cooked before extra time.
And Ait-Nouri.
What do you mean? We just mentioned Ait-Nouri, bro.
Ait-Nouri Reijnders. I'll be real. Ait-Nouri Reijnders, though, on the ball is fucked. I just see the little 1-2 they done. Fucked.
But Mons, Reijnders is in the
belly blood. You man, let him score a bullet header. Fuck off. Fuck off.
Well, it was nasty. It was nasty.
Nasty. He looks quite a bit more streamlined.
Yeah, he does, doesn't he? Yeah. Bro, that's the heat in Saudi. That's the heat in Saudi, isn't it?
Bro, don't you think he looks more trim?
Yeah. A lot more trim.
Koulibaly,
like he doesn't like at Chelsea. He was like Bolo, innit? He looks more,
bro. But that's what happens when you're running up and down in Saudi heat, bro.
Yeah, I hear it.
Man said control alt delete Nori. That's crazy.
Wait, how's Erling not?
No, they called him Ait-Nouri.
How's Erling not back that? How's Erling not? Can we have a conversation about Haaland though? In terms of like what's kind of going on with him? Like, because I feel like he got a penalty, but didn't score from open play the other day. He looks a bit frustrated. What's going on with Erling?
Hold on, he scored from open play the other day as well. You mean the piece?
One game. What's the game where he scored a penalty? He scored a penalty.
Yeah, the first game of the tournament. I think
The
that
first
was.
game.
Yeah.
He
Or
seemed a
maybe
bit-
the second. Yeah, but I don't think. I think he's a little bit off. Do you know what? The one thing. Do you know what I think's happening? Cass, you mentioned it. Yeah.
Right.
If you watch the full game, yeah, and see Haaland's getting more involved in link-up play, and Haaland's actually playing a few quite nice passes there. But he's looking less clinical in front of goal. I don't know if Haaland actually, this robot can only do one thing at a time. He can't focus on both because
I've just seen the one that got cleared off the line. He has to bag that.
Yeah. Agreed. Should have bagged that. There was another one. I think there was a header he had as well. Haaland this tournament has not been clinical at all. But his link-up play has been better this tournament, and that's where I think could he not? Bro, I'll be real with you. Yeah, when we've seen Savio, Doku, and Marmoush, yeah, it looks far more fluid and works better, right? With Haaland, I think if you're going to play Haaland, then play Cherki in it, yeah? Because Haaland and Cherki together have looked together. Because Cherki knows how to get the ball into the box and find players.
He's a locksmith.
Yeah, so exactly, bro. And this is the thing yesterday, we kind of switched it up and go, now, in fact, we're going to play Savio, Doku, Haaland, which is last season City, where fucking Savio and Doku struggled to find Haaland. And and then that's back on Pep. Like, do you know what? I've heard people say this. I think they're right. There's two City lineups, yeah? The first one is with Haaland, Cherki, Foden, right? And then you have your fullbacks doing the jobs down the side, right? Or alternatively, you go with Savu, Doku, Marmoush. Pep decided to, do you know what? I'm going to mix it all up. And it didn't work. I still want to see Savio on the left as well.
I said that all the time. But he clearly wants someone that's going to fucking, like...
Doku was cold yesterday. Don't get me wrong. Doku was cooking down the left. Like, he had Cancelo on toast. But, I mean, bro... At 3-3 going into extra time, they'd had 3 shots. I don't know how many we'd had. A lot, yeah? So it's not when people say City got battered. No. City, once again, were not clinical enough.
And battered them in the first half.
Yeah,
you watching extended ones?
Defense
you watching extended?
All over the gaff.
Go on YouTube. Go on YouTube and write the Zone ES. It's the Spanish version, isn't it? So there's an extended like 13 minutes. That's what I watched.
I watched that later.
All you need to take from it is ultimately City weren't clinical enough, and defensively, yeah, going into the Premier League after seeing last night, I'm a little bit worried. And do you know what pisses me off? I'm coming out of this Mickey Mouse tournament that I'm glad we're out of because now we get rest. And by the way, I'm being completely shameless. I'm lying massively. But now I'm frustrated that during this tournament we didn't get to see Kuzanov and Vardy play together once, and now because I do think Diaz needs to be dropped.
Once, the funny thing is when the commentator keeps going, goal. The Spanish ones, they love it, bro.
My thing is that Ruben Neves played as a makeshift centre back in a 5. That's what's killing.
No, he does he drops deep.
I know. He plays slightly forward. It's like a 4-1-4-1, but still.
Yeah. It makes no sense. He basically don't even play midfield, does he?
Yeah.
Do you know what?
I've seen that with Al Hilal in all their games. What's this? Zakar says City are dominant first half. Second half, trying to score from corners. Haaland marked the fuck out by Koulibaly, Ait-Nouri cooked by Cancelo and Malcolm, Bono, Neves, Koulibaly, and especially Sergei Milinkovic-Savic rolling back the years.
Yeah, they were cold.
How did Cancelo play? Because he balled out against Real Madrid. Right. He was unbelievable against Real Madrid.
So first half, Doku just had him pinned back. Yeah, completely pinned back, bro. Like to the point where not just him, but someone else was having to drop in and help him out against Doku. Yeah, he was just being cooked. Time in, time out. Second half, complete switch. And one of his passes, bro, like he knows about City and how we play. One pass he won the ball, like probably in their final third, and just pinged the ball all the way through and put a man through. So second half, Cancelo started cooking.
Wait, that's Sergei Milinkovic-Savic. Every game I watch him, he's cold.
That Malcolm, though, for me he was cooking.
Lazio, I wanted him at United, man. But discipline.
He was getting mad. He was getting mad. Yeah, Lazio, like every season.
mad. But the thing is, he wasn't even playing like attacking. He was more like a box-to-box free roll.
Some people were saying he's like overrated, and that like it was a weird one, innit? Like the way some of them were speaking about him, like the way some people speak about how because he's only like 28 now. And
he's got to be at 28 now. Yeah, he's got to be about that now. Yeah, he's been there for a couple seasons. Yeah.
Yeah.
Who's the Brazilian scam on the right wing for C?
Yeah, Savio.
Savio. Big up Mix Mitchell for gifting 10 memberships. Big up for the support as well as always, man. Love to see that. You're always doing that.
Actually,
so
no, he's 30. He's
appreciate it.
30 now. He's 30 now.
He's 30. Doku
Yeah.
and Silva playing the whole game with laughing faces. Doku is consistently trash. That's a lie. Pep gonna pull a Klopp. He burnt out and leaving after a season.
Who?
He reckons Pep might be burnt out and leaving after a season. Might pull a Klopp.
I mean, no one's been reactionary in it. It's only one game, but
that's the way I'm looking at it. Because if it was like last game, you looked a bit iffy, and you're like, "Ooh, I don't know about that," but you smashed up Juve, obviously. Then I'll be like, "Oh, this might be a long season, considering." But that's why I can't really say much because I need another game. I need another game.
My whole thing was
even if Chelsea do, I said I need another game. Chelsea been good this Club World Cup. I can't really toast them. I can mock them for going out, but not really. Do you know what I mean, Ches?
Yeah.
My whole thing with it is the reason why I'm worried, I would say, is because like PTSD is a me thing. It's a City fan thing. It's not a you lot thing. Yeah. And for me, it's we were 1-0 up at half time, completely controlling the game. And that happened at the start of the second half. And do you know what? Do you know who else had PTSD? Pep Guardiola. The minute we went 1-0, the minute they scored at the start of the second half, yeah. Do you know what Pep did? Brought on 2 defenders and a DM, right? The minute we we concede in the 46th minute, right, from a counter, and Pep straight away went into PTSD mode. 2 defenders and a DM came on, right? That is PTSD thinking, fuck, I know what happens here. When we concede 1 goal on a counter, more roll in. And he just swiftly reverted back to that. So there's PTSD all around the gaff for us because of the whole thing of how we lost that game, conceding 4 goals, and all from counters.
Oh, hand of Arsenal update on Madueke shortly.
What?
No, this ain't true. So Arsenal, hand of Arsenal, he's basically ex hand of Ozil, right? Hence the little dots above the eyes, right? Yeah. Ozil, he's just a rebrand. He's like mad tier 1'd up. Yeah. Everything he says is pretty much true, right? If I'm correct. He's just said update Madueke shortly. I can't believe it. And then you know what? The fact that he's put a dot next to shortly kind of tells me. I don't know.
What happened?
You know, maybe I'm looking into this a little bit too much. I know Fabrizio said there's not been much going on here, but he said update Madueke shortly once here with a full stop. With a full stop. No, I can't believe it. If this someone needs to absolutely go. I'm not, you know what? If Kudus ends up at Tottenham, you lot end up selling what's it called? Madueke and then hijacking them. I don't even want to look. I might be just overselling it a little bit, but that doesn't look like a happy tweet, innit? It doesn't. It doesn't say like he's not like he's rubbished it off because he would have rubbished it off by now, right? If that was the case.
Right, I'm going to leave you lot to discuss that, and I'm going to go and lick my.
We got D joining anyways in like literally 1 minute or 2. So then Jay can jump on and talk about that.
We'll wait for D to talk about Arsenal, innit? Because I'm sure he'll have things. Wait to hear what D says.
Yeah.
Wait, Cheds, enjoy that Mickey Mouse Cup, innit?
Even for Jay.
Hey, listen, that's one game at a time, man. One game at a time.
He said 1 game at a time.
I'm not
saying
this.
Malcolm is fucking these man up, fam.
You know,
Malcolm is fucking you up, innit?
I'm not doing the whole Chelsea gonna make the final thing. I'm not doing that. Let's see what happens. 1 game at a time. We'll see.
No, because you know what? Yeah, I know. All right, let's just wait for D to join in to talk about Arsenal. Right? Yeah. That's fine. That's fine with me. But my thing is like, I saw the Eze stuff in it. It said Eze was separate from the deals. So if Eze is separate from the deals, I'm thinking, no, that's cold. No, I agree with that. I agree with that, to be fair. Because it's like, they're still going to look at left wing and a striker. But if one of them's actually going to be Madueke, whoever's at Arsenal needs to get sacked. I'm sorry. No Arsenal fan can defend that. They can't. They can't. I'm sorry. They just can't. It's not good enough. But we'll see anyways. I don't know if it's true, but I just don't know how Chelsea keep fleecing. What are you saying for Kudus, though, man? Because it's like you can't move for him until like one of your players shift.
Yeah. It depends, man. Like the way it's looking is we have to sell Noni to probably get Kudus. So if these lot are trying to buy him soon, it would help us get Kudus now. But it's Pete. We might miss our window. If we can't sell Noni in time, then we might just miss the opportunity to buy Kudus, to be fair. Unless Chelsea want to buy another attacker and have to sell like 2, which is very, very risky, especially if the market knows you've got too many attackers. Do you know what I'm trying to say? But I wouldn't put it past us to put in a bid if we know Tottenham can get him. Because let's be real, if Kudus knows Chelsea's involved, he's choosing us over everybody else. He's choosing us over Newcastle. He's choosing us over Spurs. That's if Chelsea think we can get him. But I don't think we'll go for him unless we don't get rid of Noni. So hopefully these teams could do me a favour. Hopefully. But
do the right thing, man.
I called him a scrub, but someone said he's a scrub. He's not a scrub. But what I mean by scrub is, like, he's okay. And if he's not done anything at Chelsea, I don't really see why Arsenal's going to be much better. Like, he's definitely going to improve because he's only 24 or 23. But I'm just not going to sit here and say, yeah, he's going to be a world-class talent. Because he would have shown something so far. Do you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah,
players in our system have had opportunities to thrive, and some of them haven't shown anything. Ait-Nouri. Well, he's shown something, but not a lot. Like, it's not consistent enough. Like, Wolves away, cool. Like, scored against Nottingham Forest. Like, he scored a few goals here and there, like 7 Premier League goals. But let's be honest, that's not a lot, is it?
No.
Especially when you're 1v1 touchline winger. So, scrub is hard. Like, he's not a scrub. I called him a scrub. I shouldn't have called him a scrub, but he's just average. Like, he's decent. That's it.
I remember Patrick said this, by the way.
Is Rodrigo?
Apparently, yeah. Apparently he is. I don't know how true that is, though. What are you doing once? What are you saying, D, man?
Nothing.
Saying, my bro.
You saying, man?
I'm just listening to Ches wanting Noni to come to our club, which is not going to happen. So
we're gonna have an update about it.
You even say that
today?
You even say that?
I didn't even say that at all.
Yeah, you did. You said hopefully these club can do us a favor.
Yeah, it doesn't mean I want him to go to your club. Like, I'd rather.
Oh, you want to keep him?
No, I'd rather, if I had to sell him, I'd rather sell him to another club, not Arsenal, because he's a backup for your team. So although it doesn't help, it's still funny, but it's still backup. If you don't buy him, you don't have a backup for him. So it'd benefit me if you didn't get a backup. But if you had to sell to you, I would.
Yeah.
You idiots would pay the money. You lot would pay 50 million for him, 100%.
Yeah, definitely.
That's the funniest thing.
Well, it looks like it's not going to happen now, by what I'm reading. The update came out. It says
it won't happen. It won't happen.
So the club have been speaking to his reps the past few weeks. The club hold genuine interest in Noni, but talks are not advanced on personal terms. No proposal made to the club either as of today. Chelsea club's official have denied any bid being made. The player side, the player has expressed interest in our project, but has reservations about competing with Saka. Furthermore, the player is not keen on playing left wing either. In truth, the interest is genuine, but today it's as you were. So it looks like the whole Noni Madueke to Arsenal, a hand of Arsenal said that.
Well, that started this morning and ended this afternoon, isn't it? So
yeah, literally. So that's that then. Because if you don't want to compete with Saka or play on the left wing, then that kind of tells me why would he want to play left wing for Chelsea? Does that not mean he might move anyways?
That's my point. He's probably going to leave anyway. Yeah.
Damn, that ended very quickly.
He's just sounding out his options. Like,
yeah.
By the way, I still think it could happen. Like, when people say yet, as of now, it just means like right this second.
Subject to change.
All the same. It's all the same thing. It basically means as
this is it.
This is it. It can literally for João Pedro, Newcastle in for him, and then Tuso went. As of now, Chelsea haven't bid it. Next
Mike Mignon. Chelsea are not actively looking. They actively trust all 3 of their keepers as of now. As of now. Until that suddenly.
And then Petrovic gets sold. The next day was Petrovic going to get sold. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
this is it.
I'm not saying he's going after, by the way, D. I'm just saying that I wouldn't look into it when they go, oh, as of today, we're not sure.
My thing is that Arsenal fans think it's impossible. Like, clearly it's possible because there's a genuine interest on the player side and the camps that they've had the conversations. So clearly it's not impossible.
Well, that's that. But what we're going to talk about regardless, though, is the likes. There's 1,650 people in the house. So big up to anyone that's jumped over from Fam Zone as well. So love for that, D. And anyone else that's just in tune. There's a like button. It's you know where it is. I don't even need to say where it is. But every video is definitely a demand on that. So hopefully you are enjoying what's going on and let it continue, I suppose, right? Also, there's a Discord in the pinned. We got like 350 people in there. So if anyone wants to join in, it's not toxic. Don't worry. Sometimes maybe, but it gets dealt with quite quickly. Regardless of that, Eze, that's what I want to talk about. Eze to Arsenal is a separate deal to left wing and striker. And I mentioned this yesterday. I said if there was like an Eze and a left winger, like a Rodrigo, obviously we'll see what happens there later in the window. Anyways, I said twice. Then that's dope. So Arsenal are looking at another midfielder on top of obviously the strike force. That's the good. If they can get that over the line and continue within the window, it kind of shuts everyone up.
If it happens, if it happens, I very much doubt we'll get Eze and the left winger and the striker. I very much doubt.
He's a real one, because like this one I'm trying to say. When
right, get your tongue out of his ass, man. But let him talk.
No, but what I'm saying is this: when the aggregates come out and say things like, course. When aggregates come out and say things like, your Yokeres is close, they want to believe it. Then they say Eze's going to be the third option. Do you really think Arsenal are going to buy a left wing cam and striker? Really? With Marino there.
Not for those prices.
Not to say you might have Marino and Havertz already in the club.
Didn't Trossard extend for a year? Did he extend?
There we go. Like you're gonna have to get rid of 3 players or 2 players. Like, come on.
Not gonna happen.
Not necessarily, because it's like no. But you can have the extra midfielder. Like, okay, Ødegaard, Eze, Marino, and Declan Rice, Zubamendi and Norgard. Havertz is classed as a striker.
Is he?
Well, yeah. Obviously, they moved him to striker. Obviously.
Yeah, but I think the issue is not so much about that. I think it's more about the Lokongas and the Tavares and all those guys. You lot are thinking about the players that are
Gulag, anyways, man.
All those guys are leaving. All of those guys are leaving. So we've got space because we had the smallest squad in the league last year. We've got space. I very much doubt he's going to play Eze, get Rodrigo, get a striker, then look for. I mean, it's too many first team players. That's not. I tell you, it doesn't work like that. If he did,
might change though. But we never know what's going on in your board with Berta coming in. Like, that's what we say as well. Like, we know that it looks like Arteta's got probably majority of power. If he wants something, he's probably going to get it. But in terms of like overall structure, there might be a new way of looking at it. Competition, like having upgraded qualities. As he comes in, I don't know if he's an instant starter, but he will have a lot of gains and a lot of uses for him, without a doubt. You know, you're going from Palace. You're going from. Look at it like this, yeah. You're either going from Palace to Arsenal or Palace to maybe Spurs because they're looking at Kudus at the moment. Do you get it? And he's like, what would you rather? Come on, let's be honest. He's an ex-Arsenal player, no?
You'd rather Arsenal, obviously. Most people would. But it's about the realistic, like the version of actually what's actually going to happen. Like, what are we trying to do? If Eze comes to Arsenal, he'll be playing left wing. That's what we're
majority.
And that's dead. And that's dead.
And that's a fact.
But you say it's dead, but it's better than Martinelli left wing. That's the point of it. You have to improve the first team. He would still be,
and that's
Eze would be one of the best left wingers in the league. Still,
no, he wouldn't.
He would. What do you mean he wouldn't?
No, DD, you're conflating the player to the position, bro. The player's cold, but not left wing.
Player's cold,
but Eze would be one of the best left wingers in the league.
No, but I agree with you. Eze is better than Martinelli, but not as a left winger.
Like, how do we know that?
Again, I think with Arsenal in terms of pace going forward, Martinelli's crap, but what he has in electric pace is useful to the position of a left winger. Eze would be more of a technical left. Obviously, Eze would be more of a technical left winger, going to be cutting in and creating more and being better in the final third. But in terms of stretching the play and being that outlet, Arteta loves Martinelli as an outlet. He loves Martinelli as the outlet.
Martinelli's on the free land, yeah. Like Eze would probably occupy Odegaard's position, so he'd be like Arjau, Pedro, and Palmer situation where they're competing in a similar position. For me, Eze is not a left winger because all he's gonna do is cut in and look for those spaces, and you literally need a 1v1 demon or 1v1 attacker. Like I
disagree with you.
This Eze discourse, the man them think Eze is not.
I disagree. I think they need more of a creator of the left wing because more time the transition stuff.
Who's the outlet? Who's the outlet?
What, Saka or whatever? Or if they go get Sesko, he's fast. if they get Sesko or Gyökeres, they're both fast. They're both outlets.
We don't need that. What do we need out? What do we need out?
What do you mean? What do you need the outlet for?
Play that kind of football though.
You sit behind the ball at times.
Yeah, they don't play counter-attacking football.
Yeah. But hear me out. Yeah, what happened last year does not mean that it's not going to replicate for next year. We've seen Arteta try to switch up things in 3 different years. 3 different years, by the way, yeah, continuously. And it doesn't mean he won't change up now. If he's got when you see them under low block, we say, what's the point of Martinelli if they consistently play against low blocks? Transition, Martinelli's sick. Martinelli's sick on transition. But Eze's just as good because he's better and he's got more IQ.
He's better. Man,
he's a better footballer, yes. But in terms of being used, look, again, you don't know the way. If you're saying he changes the way he plays every season, you don't know the way he's going to play is going to suit a left winger that isn't really electric, and there's no real pace. Arsenal ain't got no pace going forward if Eze plays left wing. They ain't got no pace. Where's the pace in their wingers? Don't tell me Saka's better. He's not. He's explosive, but he's not that fast.
But you're saying that like to say that Martinelli with space is good.
No, I told you. I think Martinelli is crap, but he is trusted by the manager because he's an outlet and he can run the channels and he has the legs. That's what even saves him from. That's what gives him minutes.
That's all on paper. That's all on paper.
It's not on paper. It's not on paper. It's not on paper. That's the way. That's the way I've seen Martinelli get used. Martinelli's the furthest forward.
Yeah, but you're not understanding. Regardless of all the technical, everyone's been too technical. Forget all the
simple stuff.
Oh, you are. Forget all the technicalities. I'm telling you now, Eze would be a better left winger than Martinelli playing bank.
No. Kaz, I mean, responsible Kaz said he said
all the ins and outs.
Kaz said, he was like, Eze is more creative. For who? Who's he creating for? Because he needs an outlet.
Yeah, but they would create for whatever number 9 they go and get. Because Ornstein come out and said they're going to get 3.
This is a left wing property.
Yeah, but remember, Ornstein said they're looking at 3
my
attackers.
argument for Arsenal is they need a left winger outlet, just like what Chelsea's looking for, a right winger outlet, which they've already got, and the striker. If they go for Eze, it's very much the same as an inside creative, like hybrid type.
You know what it is? It's doing everything apart from what you're actually supposed to do.
Yeah, basically.
All this hybrid shit. You need the left back. Oh, let's get a left back / centre back. Oh,
you need a better version of Doctor.
Let's get a hybrid 6'8". Like, brother, we get a striker. Let's get a false 9.
Yeah, but Mons, you're the same one You're the same one that says the left winger market is dead. Do you get it? Like, so what's the? So what are you gonna go and get?
Rodrigo. So clearly,
but hear me out. Ornstein already came out the last couple of days. Go read it. I'll even quote it and go find it if you want. Yeah, he said they are looking to buy 3 different players. Yeah, 2 attackers, 3 attackers, definitely. That's what they're looking at. So Eze would be a separate deal to, let's say, a Rodrigo, because they still got men. They still got outgoings.
I've already had this argument, so I'm not gonna.
But I'm saying Eze, even if Eze's there, he could play left wing more time. It doesn't mean that he's dead. That's not stupid. It's not short.
Man, just think this is FIFA, bro. Like you can move him left wing.
You think it's FIFA?
You think it's FIFA because Eze is not. Is Eze a left winger? Is Eze a left winger?
Is Gakpo left winger?
I think he can play there. Yeah,
yes, he is a left winger. What are you talking about?
Gakpo's a striker.
Yes, he is a left winger. He's been left wing most of his career.
He's a striker.
What are you talking about? What do you think Gakpo is a striker?
Gakpo is a striker.
Are you alright?
Sabotaging, bro. I'm actually being real. I'm not even trolling.
Are you alright?
I'm saying you'd rather get Rodrigo. How is that?
Just tell me Gakpo is a striker.
We're getting trolled for saying Rodrigo would be a better fit. So there's a world where I'm telling you,
no one said that. What are you talking about?
And people are annoyed at me.
Gakpo is a left wing. Wait, hold on. Stop. Did you just say? What makes you think Gakpo is a striker?
He's a striker.
No. Don't repeat what I said. Answer what I said. What did you? What made you?
Answer your question. You're saying Eze ain't a left wing. You're saying he's a centre midfielder.
I said what makes you think Gakpo is a striker, and you just told me he's a striker. So you just repeated what I said.
What do you want me to say? What do you want me to say? I think he's a striker.
What makes you think Gakpo is a striker?
What makes you think he's a left winger?
He's played left wing his whole career. He's
Eze's not played left wing.
Barely. He's played 10 most of his career.
What do you mean barely? He played left wing for ages.
We don't need to argue this because look at Ornstein's tweet. The Ornstein tweet. If we're gonna go by Ornstein, the Arsenal guy, he said they're looking to get Eze on top of a winger and striker, i.e.,
I
they're not
don't
viewing him as a winger.
Hold on.
That was my original thing.
No, but he's
Wait,
arguing it.
We
He's
live
arguing
in a
it on
world
play
where
left
now
wing.
that Arsenal are trying to sign Eze, apparently Eze is a left winger, and
not a
the
left
evidence
winger.
even back that up. To even throw insult, just
You lot are talking more than me.
You
You lot are talking more than me. I don't understand.
as a striker to back his point. Yeah, he's taking the piss. Yeah, D, you're taking the piss today. I hear it. You're in one of them.
I don't understand what's wrong with actually having him and somebody else. No one actually said that, to be fair, but I'm saying he would get used at left wing, but he would also get used probably in 8 or 10 for someone like if Erdogan needs rest.
Yeah.
I think he's probably better up front, personally, innit?
It's just a good window for Arsenal.
You know what it is? It's his ball. For me, it's the way he strikes the ball with that. At Vim, I think like he's kind of cold there. But I like him at inside forward as well. I don't think he's an out and out winger, but he's definitely like definitely useful. Like remember, I used to call him.
You're not getting too technical, man. Eze, he started his left wing and attacking midfield. That's his positions, isn't it? He doesn't play right. He doesn't play. He plays left wing and attacking midfield. That's where he plays.
Why did Ornstein say on top of a winger and striker then?
Because
I can't understand. What's that got to do with what I'm saying?
What's that? Not it shows Arsenal view him as a midfield or attacking midfield option.
And I will say anything to prove another point.
Come on, because they're not.
Yeah, but you
think you know more than you know? That's the problem.
They'll tell you Messi's a centre back just to prove Eze's a left winger. I can't. Bro.
I don't understand this. He said what Arteta will probably do. That's the overall. He'll probably play him left wing, but it doesn't mean he can't.
It's not about what Arteta.
Imagine getting but it's like regardless. But imagine saying like, okay, we know that they want a left wing on top of Eze, yeah, and whatever. Don't tell me you have a good time, brother. Half chicken safe. I got sorry, go on.
There's a difference between starting as a left winger and drifting out to the left and getting your work done there. Sorry. Let me say this, yeah. Look, we're in a world where we're seeing Liverpool have some quality options, yeah. Quality. You know, I've seen Szoboszlai being used outright. No one complained about that, and he gets played in an attacking mid, and he still don't complain about that. Maybe not you, Mons, but others, right? So in a world where you've got options. Arsenal don't have quality and option everywhere on the pitch. Yeah, honestly, defense. No. Let me land. Yeah, I know this. Yeah.
Once you know they're not deep in what we're saying. We're saying
what I'm saying is.
Yeah.
You think we're saying like left wing in general?
No. He's a great addition. He's a 9 out of 10 addition to Arsenal's squad. If he plays left wing, I think he's competent enough to play left wing to do up one of these right backs in the Premier League. Anyways, I think he would cause a nuisance. He could add a little bit more creativity on out wide. Yeah, they can still have Martinelli sign as an outlet if they don't sell him. But even then, he probably will get used out left, even if they do go get a left winger, because they've got a quality of depth in there. If they need to use Eze, but he can also be used as an 8 or /10. But
it's funny you're saying that because D just said you're getting too technical. So I'm just gonna say the same thing. You're getting too technical.
No, but okay, cool, but that's fine. But I'm getting technical because I want to.
You are getting too technical. You're getting too.
Why would you say that to Cass? Say that to Cass. I'm saying
it to you because you're saying that Eze can't play left wing. And also
I didn't say he can't play left wing. I didn't say he can't play left wing.
Okay, wait. Just calm down. You're saying he's not playing left wing. You said he can't play left wing. So what are you saying? What are you saying different?
No. I didn't say it's not that he can't play left wing. It's that spending that amount of money on someone who's if you're gonna play him left wing, you're not gonna get the best out of him. For me, as I said, there'll be certain games that you can play him left wing or he'll drift out wide. But having him as a out and out winger is dead. That's dead. That's dead. But we're also trying to get that's dead. You need to maximize Eze because he's a ball. And I don't think you maximize him at left wing. I think the stat was 25 games left wing and 140 in the 10. The man's a 10. The man is telling me he's left wing.
You don't talk a lot. You don't listen very well. You're not listening very well. Didn't the tweet say?
You said he'd be dead.
But didn't it say that we're getting Eze and looking for a left winger as well? Did it not say that? I'm confused. At what point?
That's what. Yeah. Just said that.
So what point are you not arguing?
Oh my days! Must we say it one more time?
You're saying left. You're saying
one more time.
I'll make a statement.
We're saying
not technical at all.
he shouldn't be deployed as the left winger.
Yeah, as
We're
the
saying-
out and out
Alright,
left winger.
but we're saying if he play-
that's what you're
Listen,
saying.
one second,
Okay.
let me just split off for
Alright,
D, yeah?
go.
Okay. D. Optimally, he shouldn't be starting left wing. Like, for example, Arsenal shouldn't come out and say in the press, Eze's our new left winger. That's
Who
bad.
said what? You're just saying what we already
I
know.
didn't say you said that.
No, but Arsenal fans are saying
What point are
he
you
could be
making?
the
What
left
point are you
wing
making?
signing.
Though?
See, the problem is this: Arsenal fans are now saying, "Oh no, Eze could be our left wing signing, and we can get a striker." That's bad. That's not good. That's not good.
Alright.
Why is it not that? Why is it not that good? Because Chester
Because
so.
he should be deployed mainly in the midfield, and he can play left wing sometimes. That's it.
Bro, as I said, D told me Gakpo is not a left winger and he's a striker.
He's not
So
a
now
striker,
everything,
he's a
now
striker,
I
he's a
have to take everything he says with a pinch of salt. Now I just have to. Do you know what I'm saying?
When
Gakpo told me Gakpo is a striker.
You-
Literally,
he's
you look me in my eye and said Gakpo is a striker. I can't sit there and hear your left
He's
winger.
a striker. Gakpo's a striker. The way he plays is a
Alright,
striker.
let me say
can't
this
hit that
then.
now.
Alright, let me say this. That's you man's opinion. You can
It's
agree
not an
to
opinion.
disagree.
Gakpo's a left winger. That's a fact.
No, I'm talking about
He's
Eze. With
factually
Eze
a left
as a
winger.
10, get the best out of 10. Because from what
Right.
Palace, he plays on the left 10, yeah, and he is kind of out wide a lot of time because Tyreek Mitchell's trash, yeah. I think that's his name, right? Tyreek Mitchell, is that his name? Terrell Mitchell, is it? Whatever, Mitchell,
Mitchell.
dude. Is that his
Tyreek.
name? Yeah, cool. Is it Tyreek? Yeah. Him, he's trash. So you see a lot of the times where you see Eze pick up the ball, cut inside, and shoot. I hear it, but I'm gonna say this because the left wing market is also very dead, and I don't rate a lot of guys. Instantaneously, if Eze was to move to left wing, if he's instantaneously one of the best left wingers in the league for me, if you want to class him as that, that's what
Dude.
I think. Eze,
Dude.
yeah, straight away. I don't rate a lot of left wingers in today. Yeah, they got the Majinks and everything, but I think Eze has more to his game.
Bears, man.
I don't
Yeah.
think he is a winger. I think he'll be used differently. It doesn't mean he's going to be used as an out-and-out winger. I don't think Arsenal would use him, or Arteta, I should say, if he is to be deployed there. Because they are looking at another left winger, right? And compared to him also playing in the midfield, if he was to go there, I don't think he'll be used as an out-and-out winger. I think you probably want him a little bit more closer to the striker, which I do think, which we've seen with Trossard, by the way. So, I think it fits in because technically it's like a left 10 spot, regardless. If you see the way Trossard picks up the ball, does he not play more like of an inside kind of left winger position when he does play out wide? It's kind of the same-ish, except Trossard's a bad boy
Either
finisher.
way, it's a good signing for Arsenal.
Bro,
Exactly.
do you know what it is?
Exactly.
You know what it is? This is why I miss
It's not a
having
left winger, it's not a winger,
I miss
please.
having D around because D's actually a Crystal Palace fan and he'll actually tell you guys
You mean Wolves?
about funny one there.
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah, but bro, again, having the Crystal Palace fan we actually have on the channel, maybe we should ask him. I don't know where he is. I know he's probably chilling, but we should ask him. Because I've spoken to Palace fans and they've told me he can drift out wide, but as an out and out winger, it's nowhere near as good as when you get him on the half turn in the 10. But
All right, let me do these supers if you don't mind. Shane says Orny said free attack and Eze is a separate deal. King Buck says man acting like Eze ain't played over 50 games left wing. And then Aya says a United fan talking more sense about Arsenal than everyone? Just looking at the players we're linked to, you can clearly see we're going to play different. Rodrigo, Eze, we'd still need an overlapping left back. Our current system. I'll be real. Lewis Skelly can easily do that job for me as well. So he can do a bit of everything. And I've seen he's got a good cross in him. So that's why I reckon if they wanted to change up, Lewis Skelly can do that. Doesn't always have to do inside forward, inside stuff.
I think
he's
it
an all-round fullback.
I think it just depends how you deploy the player. Like I said this about João Pedro and Chelsea. I think if João Pedro is being brought in as the striker after the lap, that's fucking shit. But if he's being brought in as the 10 and Palmer can go back out right and do what he does, and Delap has another creator in the team, then that's cold.
He'll be the SS/10.
That works.
You know what, Mon? So I didn't hear. When we talk about João Pedro because he could do multiple positions, I didn't hear much complaints about him if he was to go left wing or anything like that.
He's different.
No. What do you mean? What do you mean?
I said that.
No, he can do that. No, but we was complimenting Chelsea for that pickup. Yeah, smart business. We said he could do all three jobs, even though he might not be in the 10 sometimes. He can do all three of it. That's what I said, anyways. I'm gonna like.
I agree.
If you're a Chelsea fan, yeah, and you saw my video, you say I'm in. Like that's a bad boy signing for me, yeah, because he can do everything across the front four. Eze can do the same thing. So
Not
I'm
to the
pretty much
same
giving
ability,
energy for energy. If Eze even got put on the right, obviously you wouldn't want him there. I think he could do a job like João Pedro could do a job. But if you put him in the middle, you get the best out of him. Left wing João Pedro, you can still change the difference of the way he plays and still
I just
get
think
the
this is
best out
the
of him.
Premier League and it's unforgiving, and you can't just. And even though players can play in these positions, you're only really going to see them play in these positions unless you're kind of the manager's hands kind of being forced, and he has to kind of do it. Do you know what I'm saying? Like when Martinelli had to go right wing, that doesn't mean Martinelli cannot play right wing at all, because you've seen when Saka got injured, Martinelli done okay when he played on the right, but it's when Arteta's hand was forced. This is an unforgiving league. You ain't really got time to be playing players out of position.
Yeah, you're right. Money for them. But you know what? When there's a low block, when there's a low block, yeah, and you need creators on the pitch, I might need to slap Eze left wing. I've got Odegaard in a 10. I've got Saka on the right, but I need someone that's gonna.
I did say it's objection. I said there will be certain games where Eze can play left wing. I said there will be certain games where it might be needed. There'll be certain games and certain scenarios.
Even if he started.
But as I said, like guys like João Pedro, I'm not going to say João Pedro necessarily the same as Eze, because I think Eze can play left wing.
They're a bit different.
But with João Pedro, like if he's playing left wing, then you've got a problem. If he's starting left wing,
I don't think so.
That's a problem.
It would be, especially our left wingers are like 1v1 wingers.
And like, it would be a problem.
Pedro can do 1v1.
He can. I'd rather him.
I'd rather him play
in midfield.
All right, cool.
I'd rather him drop into midfield and pick up the half space and ping that through ball to Palmer or ping it to Delat or ping it to Gittins. That's what I'm saying. But he can play left wing. But of course, like Monty's saying, if Pedro has to start left wing against flipping Sunderland at home because Gittins is off form out injured, then cool. Let's calm.
But like they said, like the guy in the chat said, Grealish was a 10, went to Man City, played where? Left wing.
Yeah.
And how's that
go? You guys will say.
Everyone say about Grealish.
How's that gone?
He was
what do you mean how good? Champions League winner, treble, quadruple, or treble winner? What are you talking about? What do you mean? How did that fare?
He wasn't the needle mover.
Yes, he was in the chat. Yes, because Man City fans even say it. He's the biggest, one of the biggest reasons why they won a treble, because he would open up multiple space for
Grealish's overall time at Man City. Would you say it's been overall time as an individual player? Do you think it's been very good?
Grealish is a needle mover.
Don't be silly. How can Grealish have been?
Don't lie.
Just calm down.
Don't lie to benefit your friend. Look at this. There we go. So let's not do that. Let's not change the Grealish discourse.
Wait. Are you not all right? So I don't know if you're not just arguing for the sake of arguing.
Grealish called him a needle mover.
Just calm down.
Needle mover. Left wing.
Calm down, Ches. Calm down. I haven't seen you for a while. You got new background.
I do agree with you in terms of.
Put your hat forwards. Just calm down. Yeah.
What?
You lot are saying that Grealish has been a failure at Man City. Is that what you're saying?
I never said he's a failure. You said he's a needle mover.
No, I'm not speaking to you, Ches. Once said, how did that turn out? I said he was a 10 at Man City when he went. He was a 10. I said he was a 10 at Aston Villa. Went to Man City, became a left winger, and Mons said, and how did that turn out? And I said, what do you mean? How did that turn out? It turned out
Grealish's tenure at Man City has not been seen as like, oh.
Who told you this?
What do you mean? Who told me this? I have eyes, bro.
Who told you this? What do you mean?
You can't sit here and tell me that Grealish was amazing for Man City. He done well in spells. But like, you can't sit here and change the discourse around Jack Grealish to benefit your point right now about all this position.
Well, Grealish is not a flop at Man City.
What I would say to you is that Grealish can definitely play left wing. He can definitely play left wing.
We've gone past that.
And if you ask a lot of Man City fans, they actually wanted Grealish in the 10, but they had so much talent in the 10. Grealish is just a big fish in who entered a big
it'd be easier to
fish in a big pond.
Grealish is not a failure at Man City, is he? He's not a failure.
You said he was I didn't say he was a failure. So ultimately, I didn't say he was a failure.
Why are you giving me this roundabout?
Let's not like Grealish was pulling up trees at Man City because he weren't.
Yeah, but he was a facilitator.
He done all right. He weren't worth the price tag, but he done all right.
When you win all those trophies,
what are we doing here about the Jack Grealish? What are we doing here?
That's crazy what you're saying. What you're saying is crazy.
But he won. Look, I'm not saying he's the individual reason.
And it was a big part of it as well. I don't understand.
He's a winger. Yeah, could Grealish get more output in his game? Yeah, probably. Last season he was
I'm not
not
even
that
talking
great.
about his output. I'm not talking about his output.
Yeah, but I'm saying overall, as a facilitator, what he was doing for those couple seasons, yeah, under Pep, yeah, as a facilitator, as in when
He was
2,
there for
3
more than a
players are
couple
drawn.
seasons. He was
No,
there
but
for more
I said no, because first season I'll say it took a little while for him to get going, yeah. But after that, like, mate, when Haaland came, the amount of space he was allowing that Haaland and Gundogan and the other midfield to do whatever they needed to do because of overloads. So yeah, we'll get technical because 2, 3 players are always drawn to Grealish and he gets fouled. He's a magnet for fouls.
For me, only
different, but it is what, isn't it?
You're better off asking Man City fans, man, because you can't ask.
Like I would be better off asking Crystal Palace fans about Eze.
Yeah, but there's no Crystal Palace fans here. But you're a Liverpool fan arguing about other people's teams more than the people themselves. What it would be easier if you just
they're not here. So and this is the topic. So of course I can argue their point.
Yeah, exactly. But what I'm saying is, you're saying that he was a failure at Man City. That's what you're saying.
I didn't. Did those words come out?
What are you saying then? What are you saying? Is he a failure?
Is he a failure?
I mean, so what are you saying then?
Yeah, fuck it. Grealish is a failure. Fuck it, he's a failure.
Is he a failure or a success? Which one is it? A failure or success?
What in between?
Does it have to be one or the other, or can it not be in between? Only be a failure or success.
Of course. What else is there? What's the middle one? What's in between failure and success?
Next question. Next
No,
question.
what's in between failure and success? Tell me.
Good, like adequate.
Nothing, Ches. Next question.
Adequate, man. Done his
job.
You
lot are not serious, man.
Anyways, man, let's
you lot ain't serious, man. Don't back out because you can't answer the question.
Bro, you don't answer my questions. You just repeat what I say. I literally asked you what makes you think. I'll ask you what makes you think. You told me he's a striker. What do you mean?
Is he a failure or a success? Yes or no? Which one is it? Just answer the question. If you don't answer,
Grealish was not a success at Man City. He wasn't a success.
Oh,
he was an out and out failure, but he wasn't a success.
You're going crazy, man. How can that not be a success? Man? That's crazy. You
told me Gakpo is a striker to prove your point about Eze. To make
you got your hat back. You need to put your hat forward. You don't deserve to have your hat backwards. You need to put your hat forward.
You can. You literally told me Gakpo is a striker. You told me Gakpo is not left winger.
To have your back.
I can't do that.
You can, Mons. You can.
I can't do it. I can't do it. I can't do it.
You can.
Funny, man. Fuck. Listen, let's get.
You're being a contrarian today. I hear it. First time back.
I hear what you're saying, bro. I hear it.
It's hot.
I'm just saying what it is. You lot are just in your argumentative mode, innit? I'm not in the argumentative mode today, innit? If I was, it'd be dragged that longer. I'm not in that mode today. I'm a bit more chilled out today. I can't.
This argument is all about Eze, but what are we saying about for Kudus and Tottenham, man?
Cold.
Tottenham landing. If they can land Kudus, that's elite, man. It's elite.
Kaz, they have attack better than yours. 15th and 17th.
Boy. I mean, if they get Kudus, I think they're
you know.
I think no. How about this? If they get Kudus, how about it? Wait, one sec. Hold on. If they get Kudus,
it's gonna be cheeky.
Their attack's better than your attack.
Yeah. You wish.
Solanke's better than the lap. Kudus better than any right winger that you've got.
Solanke's not better than that. Solanke's not better than that.
Of course, he's not better than that. Of course, he's not better than that.
I mean, don't do that. No. Solanke's season was better than Solanke's, but Solanke's best season at a Bournemouth side was better than.
Come on, correct if I'm wrong. Jackson half fit, red card galore. We scored like the 4th highest goals last season with an average attack.
No, but I think Delap and Jackson aren't that different in terms of like output, in terms of goals.
Solanke's not better than Delap.
Jackson's output is not that bad. It just can be improved.
If anything, Jackson's output is quite decent.
You gave Delap what? Jackson had 19 missed chances. If you give Delap those 19 chances, probably scores about half of them.
I don't think Delap gets more than 15 Premier League goals, and that's not bad. That's not wrong.
But 15 is calm.
15 is quite a lot. 15 is quite a lot. I think he gets like 12, 13.
Nice. What, in 38 games?
If he was on penalties, he'll probably get like 89.
No, D, considering if the other attackers contribute, 15 is calm.
That's not good.
If you score in a big game,
15 is defo calm.
That's not calm.
If you allow Tottenham, to get Kudus.
How can 15 Premier League goals be calm in a 38 game season?
What?
But cool. Well, put it this way: Kudus plays where Kulusevski plays. So now I'm starting to think.
No, Kulusevski can play attacking mid though.
I
Yeah,
asked
of course.
George-
Kulusevski
well,
is
I asked George this yesterday. He said Kudus will go into the 10 and Kudus will go on the right.
To
The
be
way,
fair,
the way
the plan is
Damsgaard
the thing.
plays, I wouldn't think so. I'm trying to think of a Thomas Frank kind of 10. Look, you'd probably put Maddison
That's the
there,
whole
maybe.
question. I said the system. He said 4-4-2. And I was like, how's that going to work?
But Maddison ain't good at pressing, so Thomas Frank, I don't know how Thomas Frank would like him as much as maybe a
He
Kulusevski.
could have
think
like
about this,
Solanke and Kulusevski was the second striker, maybe.
Yeah,
Imagine. So what
Maybe.
would you see with Kulusevski? Yeah. Would you play Kudus in the 10 and Kulusevski out wide, or would you swap it around?
Swap it around. Because I'm just gonna go with Thomas Frank's Brentford, yeah.
Mm.
Dominic Solanke, Vissa, kind of the same-ish, yeah. Drops deep, likes to link up play, get him
More
behind,
like Tony.
right?
I'd say more like Tony.
Maybe, but
yeah.
I'm going off the Bournemouth version as well, yeah. Not the one that flipping and tried to play Solanke as. Kudus is kind of like Mbumo in that sense. I'm just thinking of left foot more tired, direct, getting like just pace, blistering, yeah. When I think of Damsgaard, the way he moves and the way he presses, I'm not saying he's quite similar to Kulusevski, but I would like to say because they're both good at shooting as well, I would like to think that he would go in attacking mid. I think he'd prefer him more than Maddison. That's that. And then whatever centre mids they got behind you lot to work out, and I'm not too sure what he'd like. I think they still need a centre mid, but I would say I think Kulusevski's more effective centrally than he is out wide. He likes to pass backwards way too much. And the left wing, I don't know, to be fair. They're looking at Matthias Tell, I can't believe it, but who knows? There might be a player in there. He's not.
I'll give Tell the benefit of the doubt for now, just because obviously, you know what I'm saying. We let's see him in a more functioning Tottenham side. But I think if I don't know if what's happened to their Semenyo interest, but if they're free behind the striker was Semenyo, Kulusevski, Kudus, I think that ain't dead, isn't it? Like, ain't nothing wrong with that. I mean, even if you got Maddison, you can come in and play 10 if Kulusevski gets injured, because Kulusevski does get his injury sometimes.
Where they could play Maddison on the left or right? Once, because he just saying, isn't it? Like as a playmaker, because he's done it before.
Really, he has done it before, but you wouldn't really want him starting out there.
On the right.
No, what do you mean? Madd's done that for Leicester and also done it for Spurs when he was required.
Yeah, but we're talking about Spurs though, innit?
Yeah, I know. It depends what Frank wants to go with.
And he's like the third best right winger. That's what I'm saying. That like, you got Kudus, you got Kudus.
I don't know. I'm hearing.
Yeah, you can say Chelsea should get involved. Yeah, we should do
60. Well, 60. If they're saying 60 million, it's a no-brainer. But if you have to sell before you can buy, and I don't think you'd have an issue with that.
Yeah.
Where do Chelsea want to play him on the right?
Yeah,
middle right. Yeah,
I think
so we'll go left. Neto. Who's gonna go left? Neto.
Yes.
So right now, your problem is you got to figure out Lavia, Caicedo, and Enzo, because didn't he play Palmer left wing the other day?
Yeah, so to fit them all, all three of them in, he played Palmer in left wing. It was more like left half space.
But we've seen 4-3-2. We saw 4-3-2 in the Club World Cup.
Yeah, so he's played 3 different formations, and the reason why we got Joao Pedro is to play the second striker, because the other day played 4-2-2-2, right? And Neto up front. So you'd have Pedro in the second striker, and then 2 wingers that would go ahead of him. So you drop back. You have 3.
No, it sounds good. It sounds good. It sounds good. But what I'm saying is, he still has to play Lavia, Caicedo, and Enzo.
No, he doesn't.
Of course he does.
Why does he?
Of course he does. Because that's not going to last. All 3 of them are going to have to play at some point. That's going to be a problem, isn't it? That's why he's trying to force. That's why he's trying to force them in the team.
We're playing 60 games, bro. We're playing 60 games this season. They're all going to get a chance to play.
Bro, Lavia left because he wasn't playing.
But he might not stay fit though.
Bro,
him not staying fit, is actually saving Maresca making decisions.
What are you on about? What are you talking about? It's called a squad for a reason.
What am I talking about? I'm speaking English. I'm saying if Lavia is fit, all 3 of them are gonna.
Why does he deserve to start, D? Why does he deserve to start over?
What do you mean? You're not the ones that say he's better than Rice.
Why does Lavia deserve to start over Enzo or Caicedo this season? Tell me why.
I'm not saying he deserves to start. I'm saying the point is that Lavia, and why do you think he keeps trying to fit Lavia in the team? So you're saying Lavia is a bench player. Who's your starting front? Who's your starting midfield? That's the easiest question. Who's your starting midfield?
It depends what formation we do. We've done 4 different formations in the last 1 month. I don't know.
Your whatever formation you want. Who's your favorite? What's your first starting midfield for you personally?
I'd rather play, if I'm honest. It's tough, man, because all 3 could work. 2 of them could work.
Yeah, but no, don't start and say all 3 can work. When I'm saying you have to play all 3, now you're saying all 3 can work.
No. What I'm trying to tell you is because they're all performing so well, I don't really care who starts.
What is your starting 3 in midfield?
It's tough, man. I don't know.
They've got options. They can do the pivot. They can do the
No.
pivot.
Leave him, please. I want him to decide because you have to make a decision. I want you to decide who is your front 3.
You know what's funny?
No,
I don't
just
have to make any decision.
I don't want no comedy and what's funny and tell me what ha is. Just say.
Hey, I'm gonna use these lines. This is too technical for me. Conversation is too technical.
That's a good one. You got to admit, D, that's a good one. That's a good one.
Just answer the question, bro. We can't even answer the question. I asked him a simple question. Who's your front 3? You can't answer the question. This is the point I was making. So instead of me making points now, and then people say, "No, but what are you talking about? What are you talking about?" I'm just going to ask you the actual question that Maresca has to do with. And then that way, you can actually answer the question and deal with it yourself instead of me having to say something.
You're missing
and you
some
start saying,
fundamental
"Oh yeah, but no this, no that."
The fundamental context
what is your you personally?
You're not getting it. The whole team is designed where people or players.
I don't want an analytical answer. I don't care about all that. I'll ask you a simple question. You can't answer. Just say you can't answer it, and we'll move on.
Yeah, but the issue is the question isn't simple.
No, thank you, chairs. No, this is not survey. We're not a survey. This is not a surveyor or anything like that. It's not a lecture. I'll ask you a simple question. Which 3 are your
It's not a simple question.
All right, there we go then. So it depends on the team, it depends on the formation,
depends on the team, depends on opposition.
So why did you say so when I asked you a question that he has to figure out how to play all 3 of them? Why did you tell me what am I talking about?
Because you can't even answer the question. Because your very point is then contradicts your question. He doesn't need to figure out who to play because he can play any of them. That's my point.
That's the whole point. He has to figure out what 3 is the top 3. That's the whole point. But you can't answer the question. So I'm asking you, so if he can do it, what is your top 3? Name, what's your first 11 top 3?
Showing his real IQ. That's funny.
Champions League final. You got a Champions League final. Your front 3. Who you picking? Your top 3. Your
midfield 3. Oh,
midfield 3. Midfield 3.
Oh man, depends who you're playing.
Oh, there we go. That's the answer, isn't it? That's the answer.
That's that, man.
How did it get to that from Kudus?
I don't know, man.
Ask D. Too technical, man. He's all over the gap.
Depends, man. Yeah, I don't know. I mean,
people saying Caicedo ends up Palmer, Lavia ends up Caicedo. If we play in the final, it depends, man. Depends on the formation of the opposition. That's what I'm telling him, but you don't want to hear it.
Well, then that's the answer for Eze. That's the answer for wait. That's the answer. That's the same answer for why Eze is coming to Arsenal. When you said he's not a left winger, it's the same thing. It depends on what formation we're playing. It's the same
so we're going back.
I don't know why you had a whole big debate about Eze left wing and attacking midfield because it depends on the formation, right? So why are you not making a big deal about Eze coming to Arsenal then?
Yeah, you're scaring me.
Yeah, once he's scrambling.
I'll be real. You're scaring me.
I'm talking normal in plain English.
Why are you bringing up Eze? Why are you bringing up Eze? That conversation.
I'll be real. Like, you're scaring me, innit? You're full of life. You're scaring me.
Lashing out.
I think you what's your front 3? You can't even answer it. What's your midfield 3? You can't even answer it.
Put it down. Lashing out.
Oh my days, you lot, man. You lot on streams too much, man. You forgot how to talk normally, man.
Bro, D brought up Eze. That conversation ended 30 minutes ago, and he's
brought up
again.
You lot, bro.
Anyways, man. Look, we're going over to Big Six Band, so we're gonna redirect there to NAF Raid Up. D just done a episode on FamZone TV as well. So if you ain't seen that yet, go check that out. You literally just on the live in it, and then Ches as well is also going to be live pretty much every day as well. So go and check out them lot. 3:30, so you know what to do. So yeah, let's go NAF Raid this up. Me and Mont's going to go live and pretty much
with Joey as well. Joey will be
and then yeah, man. And we can talk about why Eze is a good signing for Arsenal. Probably.
Here we go.
You know what I'm saying? Monster's on his own. He's in his own world.